One of the completely baseless claims that Republicans are making in response to the hammer attack on Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul Pelosi, is that this is all the fault of Democrats defunding the police and that prosecutors are too lax and that Democrat cities, so-called, are extraordinarily dangerous. This is the line that they're coming up with. The truth is that this was a right-winger who didn't like Nancy Pelosi and wanted to break her kneecaps so she would have to be wheeled into the House of Representatives to send a message to other Democrats. You better be careful. Your consequences have actions. Here is Donald Trump's one-time acting attorney general, assistant, Matt Whitaker. You guys remember this guy. He said, we have to look at the bigger picture. How convenient. Forget about the fact that David DePape or DePape was a right-winger, anti-vax, liked Tim Pool, anti-Semitic, all this difference. Forget about that. It's the bigger picture of Democrat crime in Democrat cities.
Your reaction to what took place to Paul Pelosi?
Yeah, well, obviously, as reported, it's a horrific, invasion of his home and an assault on him. And it's, political violence should never and does not have a place in our society. We have to look at a bigger picture, Maria.
Do we?
And that is that San Francisco is crime riddled. And a lot of it is due to the lax policies of the local prosecutor. And when you take that context, it's going to be very interesting how this individual, who is charged with some serious crimes, whether he gets the same treatment as of a lot of the violent criminals.
Right. The problem is they're going to treat him more roughly than the other Antifa, BLM, whatever, because this guy is maybe a right-winger, but maybe not. Understand that this analysis is bogus. Nancy Pelosi and her husband weren't the victims of a random home invasion related to the broader crime situation in San Francisco. They were targeted by a right-winger for their political views. The lax prosecution, whether you believe that's what is taking place in San Francisco or not. The other one is the defunding of police, which hasn't happened. This is a specifically targeted crime. And this is a way of them trying to figure out, how do we blame attacks on Democrats themselves? And understand the incredible difference between these two political groups. You don't see Democratic candidates with assault rifles in their campaign ads. You just don't see it. You don't see Democratic campaign ads with targets on Republicans the way dating back to Sarah Palin and much more recently we have seen Republicans do. And meanwhile, I think it's important to mention, crime isn't even actually up in San Francisco. I know that they love to talk about this. Just look up violent crime and property crime, and you will see that it's just not up. The numbers are very steady and even a little bit lower than they were 5 years ago. There has been no defunding of the police in San Francisco. Violent crime is just not up. And so even the premises on which some of these claims are based are completely and totally untrue. Make sure that if you watch our clips on YouTube, you're not just watching the clips. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It is free. Every time you hit that subscribe button, Alex Jones grimaces.
Thank your lucky stars every day you're not Dave Pakman.
Yeah. There's nearly 3 million of you that regularly watch our videos but are not subscribed. Let's get to 2 million folks. Hit that subscribe button. We'll take a quick break and be right back. I've had such trouble finding a great razor where I am not cutting myself or getting those nicks on my skin, which are so common with the cheap disposable razors. You have to meet our sponsor, Henson Shaving. Henson actually manufactures parts for the International Space Station and the Mars rover, and they are bringing that exact same precision engineering to the shaving experience. It hurts when you shave because blades extend too far, and thus they wobble slightly. But with their aerospace-grade CNC machines, Henson is able to make metal razors that extend just 0.0013 inches. That's less than the thickness of a human hair, which means a secure, stable blade with the vibration-free shave. It also has built-in channels to evacuate the hair and the cream. No more clogs, no more rubbing your thumb on the razor to get the hair out. I use Henson at home. Shaving is a great experience now. Henson wants to be the best razor, not the best razor business, which means you only need to buy it once and it's awesome. Go to hensonshaving.com/Pacman, add a razor and a 100-pack of blades to your cart, then enter the code Pacman to get the 100 blades for free. That is a 3-year supply. The link is down below.